Welcome to our deep dive into the world of cars that had all the potential in the world but somehow ended up as footnotes in automotive history. You know, those legendary vehicles that promised to revolutionize the roads but instead became the punchlines of car enthusiasts' jokes. In this video, we'll explore some of the most ambitious automotive dreams that never quite made it off the drawing board or, in some cases, off the assembly line. From quirky designs to innovative technologies that just didn't catch on, we'll take a light-hearted look at what went wrong. Ever heard of a car that could drive itself but couldn't make it past the prototype stage? Or a supercar that was more of a super flop? We've got stories that will make you chuckle and shake your head in disbelief. Understanding these automotive misadventures is crucial because they teach us valuable lessons about innovation, ambition, and sometimes, just plain bad luck. So buckle up as we journey through the fascinating tales of these failed legends. Who knows, you might just find your next favorite car, or at least a great conversation starter for your next road trip. The rise and fall of the DeLorean DMC-12. Let's take a trip back in time. No, not in a time machine, but in a car that tried to be one. The DeLorean DMC-12, with its iconic gull-wing doors and stainless steel body, was a symbol of innovation in the late 1970s. Designed by the legendary John DeLorean, this car was supposed to be the future of automotive design. It even had a brief moment of fame as the time machine in the Back to the Future movies, making it a pop culture icon. Who wouldn't want to drive a car that could take you to 1955 or 2015? But despite its futuristic looks and cultural impact, the DMC-12 faced a harsh reality. Production issues, financial troubles, and a lack of marketing savvy led to its commercial failure. It turns out that stainless steel is not the best choice for a car body if you want to keep costs down. And let's not forget the infamous DeLorean dealer experience, where you might have been more likely to find a time traveler than a salesperson. So, while the DMC-12 may not have changed the automotive landscape, it certainly left a lasting impression. After all, who wouldn't want to own a car that's as much a part of movie history as it is a cautionary tale? The ambitious Ford Edsel, the Ford Edsel, a name that still evokes a mix of nostalgia and bewilderment. Launched in 1957, the Edsel was Ford's ambitious attempt to create a new line of cars that would capture the hearts of American consumers. With a marketing campaign that promised the moon and stars, expectations were sky high. Ford even went so far as to create a buzz that made the Edsel sound like the automotive equivalent of a rock star debuting at Madison Square Garden. But when the Edsel finally hit the streets, it was met with a collective, what were they thinking? The design, which featured a unique grille that some likened to a toilet seat, didn't exactly win over the masses. Add to that a confusing array of options and features that left consumers scratching their heads, and you've got a recipe for disaster. The backlash was swift and brutal. Instead of becoming a household name, the Edsel became a cautionary tale in the automotive world. It's often joked that the Edsel was so unpopular that even the parking lot attendants didn't want to park them. So, while the Edsel may not have been the success Ford envisioned, it certainly secured its place in history as a reminder that sometimes, even the best laid plans can go hilariously awry. The unfortunate Pontiac Aztek. Let's dive into the world of the Pontiac Aztek, a vehicle that truly redefined the term unique design. Launched in the early 2000s, the Aztek was packed with innovative features that were ahead of their time, like a built-in cooler and a tent that could be attached for camping adventures. It was like Pontiac said, why not combine a car, a cooler, and a camping trip all in one? Sounds great, right? However, the Aztek's quirky aesthetics didn't quite resonate with buyers. With its bold lines and unconventional shape, it was often described as looking like a melted potato chip on wheels. The negative reception was swift, and soon enough, the Aztek became the poster child for automotive design gone wrong. It didn't take long for the internet to catch on, and before we knew it, the Aztek was a meme sensation, with countless jokes about its appearance flooding social media. Despite its innovative features, the Aztek's design left many scratching their heads. It's almost as if Pontiac was trying to create a vehicle that would stand out in a crowd, just not in the way they intended. So, while the Aztek may not have won any beauty contests, it certainly carved out a niche in automotive history as a lovable oddball that reminds us that sometimes, being different can lead to unexpected fame. The misunderstood Nissan 350Z. Let's take a closer look at the Nissan 350Z, a sports car that had the potential to be a true legend but found itself in a bit of a mixed bag when it came to reception. Launched in the early 2000s, the 350Z boasted impressive performance capabilities, with a powerful V6 engine that could go from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat. Its sleek, aggressive design turned heads and made it a favorite among car enthusiasts who appreciated its sporty aesthetics. However, the 350Z faced stiff competition from rivals like the Subaru WRX and the Mazda RX-8, which were also vying for the attention of performance-minded drivers. While the 350Z had the looks and the power, some critics felt it lacked the finesse and handling of its competitors. It was like showing up to a dance-off with killer moves but forgetting to wear the right shoes. Impressive, but not quite enough to steal the spotlight. And let's not forget the humorous comparisons. Some enthusiasts joked that the 350Z was like the nice guy of sports cars, always reliable and fun, but somehow overshadowed by the flashy, more popular models. Despite its mixed reception, the Nissan 350Z remains a beloved choice for those who appreciate a solid sports car with a personality all its own. The forgotten Chrysler PT Cruiser. Let's take a stroll down memory lane to revisit the Chrysler PT Cruiser, a vehicle that once captured the hearts of many with its quirky, retro-inspired design. When it first hit the market in the early 2000s, the PT Cruiser was like a breath of fresh air, standing out with its unique blend of hatchback and vintage styling. Buyers were drawn to its charm, and it quickly became a symbol of individuality on the road. Who wouldn't want to drive a car that looked like it rolled straight out of a 1940s diner? However, as time went on, the PT Cruiser faced a decline in sales and popularity. The novelty wore off, and consumers began to gravitate towards sleeker, more modern designs. It was as if the PT Cruiser had shown up to a party in a fabulous outfit, only to realize everyone else was wearing jeans and t-shirts. Yet, despite its decline, the PT Cruiser developed a cult following that still reminisces about its quirky appeal. Some enthusiasts even joke that owning a PT Cruiser is like being part of an exclusive club where everyone shares a love for nostalgia and unique style. So, while the PT Cruiser may have faded from the spotlight, it remains a beloved relic for those who appreciate its one-of-a-kind character and the memories it created on the road. Conclusion. As we wrap up our journey through the world of cars that failed to become legendary, it's clear that each of these vehicles had immense potential but ultimately fell short for various reasons. From the innovative yet misunderstood Nissan 350Z to the quirky charm of the Chrysler PT Cruiser, these cars remind us that even the most ambitious designs can encounter pitfalls. Whether it's a misjudged aesthetic, fierce market competition, or simply bad timing, the automotive landscape is littered with examples of what could have been. We encourage you to reflect on your own automotive experiences and preferences. Have you ever fallen in love with a car that didn't quite make it? Or perhaps you have a soft spot for a model that others might overlook. Your unique perspective adds to the rich tapestry of automotive history. If you enjoyed this exploration of automotive misadventures, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. We have plenty more intriguing content lined up that dives into the fascinating stories behind cars, both legendary and forgotten. Join us as we continue to uncover the tales that shape our roads and our memories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.